On 1st of July, India enforced one of the biggest tax reforms since independence, GST. Firstly, let's understand what is GST. Goods and Services Tax is an indirect tax that replaced multiple taxes levied by the central and state governments, which is payable by anyone whose turnover exceeds Rs 20 lakhs. Now the service tax doesn't exist anymore as it is subsumed under GST. Every distributor is liable to be registered under GST if his aggregate turnover on all India basis during a financial year exceeds 20 lakhs, Rs 10 lakhs for special category states, namely northeastern states, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand. However, for distributors making an interstate supply of services, registration is compulsory even if the turnover is below the threshold of Rs 20 lakhs. There are basically 4 types of GST. First is Integrated Goods and Services Tax, IGST, which is 18% and is applicable on interstate supply. Then there are Central Goods and Services Tax, CGST, State Goods and Services Tax, SGST, and Union Territory Goods and Services Tax, UTGST, which are applicable at the rate of 9% for all intrastate supplies. GST will be applicable on all brokerage amount paid to the distributors at the rate of 18%. But how do you decide which type of GST will apply for distributors' payout? GST applicability depends on location of service provider and service recipient. In MF context, service provider is the distributor and service recipient is the AMC or the MF. Since the distribution agreement is with AMC and the head office of AMC is based in Mumbai, the service recipient state would be Maharashtra. The state to which the distributor belongs to will be identified according to AMFI registration data. A distributor is liable to pay GST in every state. Separate registration in each such state is required. Additionally, if the distributor is based out of a state other than Maharashtra, say Gujarat, and mobilizing business for an MF or AMCs whose head office is not based in Gujarat, then IGST would be applicable. If IGST is applicable, GST registration is mandatory. Your 15 digits GSTIN number can be decoded. The first 2 digits represent the state code. The next 10 digits is the PAN number, and the 13th digit will be assigned based on the number of registration within a state. The 14th digit will be Z by default, and the last digit will be for checksum digit. If you are not registered under GST, you will fall into the category of unregistered distributors. For unregistered distributors, under reverse charge mechanism, GST amount will be deducted from the brokerage amount and only the net of GST will be paid by the MF or AMC. Also, unregistered distributors cannot issue tax invoices and cannot avail input tax credit on the tax paid by them on expenses incurred. For registered distributors, the brokerage payments will be paid in full, whereas for unregistered distributors, brokerage will be paid net of GST. There are 3 options facilitated by the AMFI for the distributor to communicate his GST number. Option 1. ARN holders can email their GST details with the scanned copy of registration certificate from their registered email ID. AMFI GST@camsonline.com. Option 2. Hard copies of GST registration certificate with a covering letter can be submitted at your nearest CAMS service center. Option 3. Through the link provided on the AMFI website where the distributors can upload their GST documents. Invoices and credit notes for clawback will be available on the website of Karvi Computershare Private Limited under Distributor Login. Karvi Computershare Private Limited is the RTA of Edelweiss Mutual Fund. For any queries, reach to the Carvey support team on the mentioned contact details. Carvey's registration can be done online by clicking on the mentioned link.